Hello and welcome to PocketGamer.biz's Monetizer feature. This is where we video the first 5 to 10 minutes of new free-to-play games and have a look at the monetization techniques being used, the social flow and the general user experience. So the game we're going to look at now is Batman Arkham Origins from Warner Brothers. So let's start watch, fire it up, see what we get. Okay, so first thing we get is push notifications. I really hate this. I really think this should be, after you've experienced the game, I think it's a fine thing to ask. Push notifications are very useful. Not this early on. This is just kind of like rude etiquette, I think, psychologically. I will allow it in this case because I want to see what they send me, but in most cases I think developers need to put this kind of, you need to start a relationship to put it that way with your gamers. You can't just ask this straight up. I think it's why push notifications are kind of not being allowed, but in most cases. Anyhow, off we go. We're going to straight into the game.
Are you back for the night, sir? Shall I warm up Christmas dinner?
No. It's going to be a long night, Alfred. I had a run-in with one of the assassins.
Assassins, sir? As in more than one?
That's right. Black Mask isn't messing around. Slade Wilson, Deathstroke, former military, subject of a failed medical experiment.
Failed, you say?
Garfield Lynns, a.k.a. Firefly, burns on 90% of his body. His obsession is going to be his end.
How unlike anyone I know.
Here's a face I don't recognize. Copperhead. Strange. These reports reference a male, not a female.
14 escapes, huh? Well, you won't forget now. What the?
I have to say, Arkham Asylum has proved historically not very good at keeping arch criminals under lock and key.
Says here he's an expert sharpshooter.
How on earth?
Suspected of many assassinations. Dangerous, but reckless. Street tough named Lester Baczynski. Calls himself Electrocutioner.
Shocking.
Bane, here, in Gotham. Why would he be taking money as a hired killer?
Is that Warden Joseph?
Must be how Black Mask got inside the prison. He uses torture for intimidation and entertainment.
8 assassins after your head. What are you going to do?
I'm going to find Black Mask and put an end to this.
Okay, so I guess Warner Brothers going for the big console-style cutscene. I guess with Batman being a well-known franchise, that kind of makes sense. So let's see how quickly we get into gameplay. So that's about 3 minutes we're into at the moment. So let's go through the tutorial. Okay, we've been given some upgrade points to purchase my first Batsuit. I think this kind of stuff is pretty standard for a tutorial, but it's the developer needs to show players how to use the store system in the game, and also obviously giving kind of credits is a well-known kind of retail proposition where you kind of give someone a little bit of something, and that, you know, is talking about building the relationship between a player and the developer, or any retailer and the consumer. So we've got so we're going to tap a button. Let's use this one and see what suits we've got. Okay, so we have 10,000, whatever these units are, and there are 10,000. That's going to cost 10,000, so that's going to be pretty obvious. We're going to be purchasing the Arkham Origins Batsuit. Obviously, we can see there's another currency. Presumably, this will be a hard currency, soft currency. We haven't got any of the harder or hard one, so we'll purchase that. Okay, in we go. Okay, another clear thing we can see, down here we've got a health, so that's 550 health, damage, speed, block, damage reduction, current suit, and then we're going to have some 3 attributes to upgrade: skills, assault stance, and guarded stance. We can also see we're level 1 here, and there's a stamina bar here, which presumably will be some sort of energy fuel system. Okay, we'll probably skip through that. Basic tutorial now. Probably won't be very good using the stylus, but let's see how we get on. Bonk. Okay, we'll do it again, are we? Tap 3 times to basic combo. So that's on the 3rd one. Hold 2 fingers or shield to block. Tap the special attack button, presumably is this one. Okay, we've got the shield there as well. Bomb. Mission complete. Okay, tutorials go. It tells us what to do, I suppose. So we've got 100 XP points. We've got a guarded stance, combat stance that favours defence over offence. Improve this stance to take less damage. Health booster. Restore some health during combat. I don't need that, mate. Okay, so this is going to be more complicated. So even within this guarded stance, we have various attributes, different abilities. So this is a purchase. Again, we're using the same soft currency. Spend. Okay, a bit more information. So what's going to give us upgrade options. So it's an iCloud save. There's unlockables here with the Warner Brothers ID. Log into Facebook. Let's go and do some more stuff. Okay, looks like we're going to Uptown Gotham. Okay, tutorial 2. Advanced combat techniques. So the mission reward, we can see now we're going to get 10 of these harder currency. It's going to cost us nothing because we're still in a tutorial phase. Guarded stance tutorial. Okay. Guarded stance improves defense. Tap on the stance button. So it looks like we're going to toggle between these two. Tap health booster. So that's the one we bought. Okay, it's teaching us that. Switch between assault and guarded stance. So can we not switch? Switch stances. No, not really good at this. Okay, so now I'm doing the power move. Come on. Okay, getting some rough else going on, so getting my rewards. Good, so that's the tutorial. So I've got my 10 points up here, I'm levelling up a little bit. Let's have a quick look at bat suits. So okay, so these are the bat suits, obviously very early in the game, so this is all locked down. Quite a few of those. Okay, so we're about 8 minutes in. Let's have a quick look. The other things we like to do is have a quick look at the store. So obviously this is our get more currency. So looking at the currencies here, so as we said before, we've got these upgrade points. So these are earned through play or bought through purchase. With these we upgrade our stance, special attacks and bat suits, and most bat suits. So it's a hard currency in the sense that we spend money to buy it, but it's the softer of the hard currencies as we can earn it as well. So that's the traditional, you can grind through or kind of like speed up by buying with real money. And then here we have the Waynetech Points, which are rare and more valuable than upgrade points, used to instantly refill your stamina bar. So that's, as we've seen particularly in the racing games. That's the energy. You also saw it in the drowning, where it didn't work so well, where they were kind of gating gameplay sessions with, again, they use it as a fuel system. So with Waynetech Points, we can purchase powerful but temporary gameplay boosts. So that's, I think, the developers are kind of try to be careful that it's not this buy to win thing. So obviously in this situation we're not buying permanent upgrades. So in this one we're buying permanent upgrades. With these Waynetech Points, it's a bit more like a temporary, kind of more I'd like a consumable item based thing. And they also used to buy the exclusive batsuits. So let's have a look at the upgrade points first. So this is quite nice. So they're actually have their own special kind of titles: Dent's Lucky Silver Dollar, Catwoman's Stash. So this is so the smallest that's £2 in English money. So that's $3. And this is something we kind of like to see. This kind of discount ratio that I call it. So here we can see we're getting, compared to the unit price you pay for so you're paying here $3 for 15,000. Here we're spending $5 and for 30,000. So effectively we're getting this 5,000 free, which I think is a good thing to show people. I mean, obviously it's an encouragement to spend more, but and all the way up. I mean, this is typical as well. So best value is the most expensive one. So it's 1.1 million. So we're getting 600,000 free. I mean, obviously it's not free because the price is set however you want to do it. But that's a pretty standard 1, 2, 3. So that's 6 bands, with most of them on the low end of the scale, and one at $50 and one at $100. So that's all fairly standard. So let's go and have a look at the Waynetech Points. Again, this looks like a similar situation. So we've got 6 bands. Okay, sorry, camera switched off there. So just the last thing I kind of wanted to say is not specific to this game, but I think it's interesting to look at the conversion ratio you're kind of seeing between real money spent and the amount and the kind of unit cost you get for the in-game virtual currency. Obviously this can be set to anything, but it seems to me that psychologically a nice way of doing it, and some of the more high-profile games, so Clash of Clans, Infinity Blade 3, the games from Gree and Mabage seem to be using this as well. If you spend kind of $100, which is a reasonable sum of money for most people, for a virtual object, to get 1,100 seems, okay, it doesn't really matter, it's all made up, but psychologically it seems like, oh, that's not a big kind of it doesn't be getting very much, which seems weird, but there's, I think, a psychological number of spending 100 here and getting 1,000 here, so that's basically each one of those is worth $10. Sorry, for each dollar you're getting 10. That seems like kind of the old way of doing it. I mean, conversely, if we go back to this one, obviously we said this was the softer currency. This one you're spending $100 and you're getting just over $1 million. So obviously, these ones don't seem very very valuable at all. So you almost have this kind of weird kind of dichotomy, I think, in this game between these seem really expensive and the softer currencies seem really cheap, which is why I think what you're looking is you're kind of roughly getting, for each dollar you spend, a good kind of ratio is about 100 to 150, and that's kind of what you're seeing. So in something like Clash of Clans, you spend $100, or if you spend $100, you end up with, I think it's 16,000. And the ratio tends to be something like, to get 10,000 of these seems, for $100, seems to be just a better kind of almost somewhat psychological ratio to have, but that's a bit by the by. So anyway, so we've kind of seen what's going on with Batman game. Obviously, this is the second one in the series. So the first one, Injustice, was used kind of more characters. Wasn't a pure Batman game. That did very, very well. And obviously the high-end graphics in this and the characters suggests that this will do quite well as well. It'd be something certainly we will be following in our charticle. And looking at more detail as we play through it in terms of Monetizer. So yeah, good job there, Warners.